Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Monday, the 13th of September. Continuing with McShane's readings, today we're reading Paul's second letter to the Corinthians and the second chapter. I struck by some verses toward the end. From verse 14, Paul says, "But thanks be to God, who always leads us as captives in Christ's triumphal procession and uses us to spread the aroma of the knowledge of him everywhere. For we are to God the pleasing aroma of Christ among those who are being saved and those who are perishing. To the one we're an aroma that brings death, to the other an aroma that brings life." And as I read that, I thought that's an image that is a bit foreign to us. We don't know what a Roman triumph is. Paul would have known it. He would have seen it. That would have been part of his life experience. I suppose the closest thing we have today is something like an American ticker tape parade. For first century Romans, it was well known. A victorious general would enter the city with his troops, leading all the people he'd captured in the conflict, and come into the city victorious. And everyone would come out to welcome them with great rejoicing. And they'd have incense possibly being carried in the procession or else lining the route. And this incense would fill the whole place and the marketplaces and go up streets and into buildings. And you'd know that's the smell of this Roman triumphal procession. And Paul sees that and thinks, that's what Christians are like. We're like this incense. We're captives of this victorious King, Jesus, going through the world, his world, in triumph. And we are like the incense that just spreads out into the world and reminds people of the triumph of Christ. And for some people, that will be an encouragement and a source of joy and hope. For other people, it will be the smell of death. And as I read that, I thought, as Christians, that's our experience. As we go through life and we let people know we're Christians and we live as Christians and we stand for Christ and we use his standards in our business and in our interactions with people, many people appreciate it and it is welcome. But for some people, it's not welcome. And we should not be surprised when people speak against us, say things which are derogatory, try and put us down because of our faith. Because to them, being a Christian is the smell of death. So don't be put off in your life by opposition. Paul saw it right from the get-go, and nothing has changed in the world. So follow Christ. Let your light shine in the world. Let the aroma of Christ spread out from you into the whole of your society. And it'll be a blessing to some and not to others. But that's not because the aroma changes, it's because of the individuals who smell it. Some people smell it and rejoice, others don't. We need to follow our victorious King and continue to be the light of the world, the salt of the earth, the aroma of the victory of Christ.